when you're kicking off of a team that there's no backlog in place, you're just kicking off a team. How do you get to understand? Because I've seen scenarios whereby people come in, they look excited, they want to work on the project, but they have different characters. Some people would not talk when there's a room of 5 people. Some people will talk when you have 1 or 2 people. How do you balance that side whereby you're talking to them individually and then you're talking to them to bring them in the team? And then you start to switch around the different roles whereby you say to them, next week, I want to see what you're talking about. Feel comfortable. Let everybody feel comfortable. You don't want a scenario whereby someone passes a comment or makes a suggestion and everybody's thinking, oh, that doesn't make any sense. So even if it doesn't make sense, you put a thumbs up towards that person saying to him, oh, that's a good contribution. Even if then later you could speak to that person behind the back. After a while, you start to build a team together that works in synergy rather than people come up to an agile product, you come up to a stand-up meeting and thinking, okay, he's going to be the only one talking, that might as well just sit down and watch him talk. How do you balance participation from people who are pretty much laid back, but they have a lot of stuff, but they're not pouring that out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think that's where having a coach, an agile, I mean, I know it's a bit of a buzzword these days, having a coach, but that's where it can really help because what you're, and correct me if I misunderstood you, right? But you're not talking about launching a project, but a team, right? So people who've never worked together necessarily, right? And they come together, right?
Yes.
Okay. And they might not know each other, or they have different personality type and so on, or they might just disagree and clash on things, right? And I'm going to sound cliche, but you need, I like to do team building exercises, but when I say team building, often what resonates in people's head is, oh, we're going to have a meal and we're going to play mini golf or something, and it's it's a nice social event, right? But it doesn't really mean much, right? It doesn't really do anything. I mean, you had a nice time and you might bond on a human level, okay, but it doesn't build a team, right? It's just a bunch of people who had fun one night, so it's just not good enough, right? And so what I try to do is, well, there's several activities you can do, right? You can, if you really have different personality types and different psychologies in the team, you really want to create a safe space, right? Where people are, if you have introverts and extroverts, let's say, that's that might be difficult to interact with, right? So the extroverts have to realize that you have introverts in the team, and you can't just and I've got to deal with that, right? I tend to say, okay, let's work on this right now on the whiteboard. And then the introvert says like, oh no, I need to, hang on, just let me think on my own and I'll get back to you, right? And as an extrovert, I need to learn to respect that, right? And similarly, the introvert needs to do the same work the other way around, right? But there's lots of team building activities that can be really useful, like having a charter, right? Or how would you call it? A team alliance, or a panel of values, or something that, as a team, what do we value, what do we adhere to, is it respect, is it learning, is it there's a whole bunch of
collaboration.
Yeah, or collaboration. There could be a whole bunch of technical excellence, etc. There's a whole bunch of things you could say, yeah, this is really what we are about as a team, as a group of people. But let's agree on those, right? Because, and then put them on the wall, and then you can say, well, the practices we do, right, as a team, the things we do, right, whether it's code reviews or retrospective or whatever it might be, does it reflect the values we agreed we have, or does it not, right?